One of the biggest endorsements in WWE history tonight, as Paul Heyman would call Bron Breakker the next big thing in reference to Brock Lesnar. He would call him the big dog in reference to Roman Reigns, saying this is his yard in reference to The Undertaker and reminding the world he's a Steiner. Huge endorsement of Bron Breakker, while Paul claiming Bron would win the World Heavyweight title at Summerslam after winning tonight's Gauntlet. The first match of which would see Bron Breakker defeat Penta with a thunderous spear as Penta went for a springboard. That was impressive. Another spear would take LA Knight out of the Gauntlet, Bron Breakker advancing again. After not one, but two encores for Jey Uso, which, by the way, I love Jey Uso. I hate the encore stuff. Stop that, please. It would be Big Bronson Reed who would come out, costing Jey Uso the opportunity, allowing Bron Breakker to hit another spear. Bron advances to the finals against a very fired up CM Punk. Well, Bronson Reed would get involved in that match also, and it was a perfect troll by WWE. Jey Uso would come out to make the save, and then CM Punk would pick up the victory. CM Punk will face Gunther for the world title at SummerSlam. But we wasn't done yet. I said it was a troll because Roman Reigns is back, coming to the aid of Punk and Jey Uso, taking care of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. We got the moment between Roman and Jey as Roman would help Jey up. Are we going to set up maybe Jey and Roman versus Bron and Bronson at SummerSlam? That could be interesting. This was so good though. They literally trolled us with Jey Uso. They knew we all expected Roman. They delivered Roman. The place came unglued. I popped here at home. Absolute brilliant to watch. Roman Reigns is back. The build for SummerSlam really heats up now. This is things you might have missed from WWE Raw. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Naomi would start off this week's episode of Raw celebrating the fact she is the new Women's World Champion. I love the fact that her attire was basically a newspaper because last night she made headlines like that. And I love the line to the audience saying, "You didn't feel the glow, but you're feeling me now." Great line. She would be confronted, though, by Rhea Ripley and then Io Sky. Obviously, both women pissed off that their match was interrupted by the cash-in, both wanting an opportunity at the championship, and Adam Pearce would come out and make it official. At SummerSlam, it's gonna happen. Bigging up the first two-night event of SummerSlam, claiming it needs to be bigger than anything before. So it will be Rhea versus Io versus Naomi for the Women's World title. Can you believe we are legit 19 days away from SummerSlam? That is insanity when you consider how many PLEs and special events we've had recently. It doesn't feel like there's enough time to build, but we all said that about Evolution. We were proven wrong with an amazing show. Hopefully SummerSlam can deliver also. So what a lot of people wanted to know was an update on Seth Rollins following the injury at Saturday night's main event, or Paul Heyman was directly asked today. We know Seth has had the MRI, but Paul Heyman said it's too soon to know. He did make a point that Seth Rollins has until June to actually cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. So maybe WWE preparing us for a very long injury for Seth Rollins. During a commercial break, LA Knight was asked about Seth's injury, and LA Knight saying that he wishes Seth Rollins the best. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery because he wants Seth Rollins to come back super quick because he wants to hurt him the right way. He was upset that Seth injured himself and it wasn't LA Knight who injured him. Bayley would take on Lyra Valkyria tonight in a 2 out of 3 falls match, with the winner facing Becky at SummerSlam. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I actually can't remember the last time we had a 2 out of 3 falls match, but nonetheless, Bayley would take the first fall, Lyra would pick up the second fall, and the sequence to end this match was just special. The elbow drop by Bayley, the crossface by Bayley, a counter into the Nightwing, and Lyra Valkyria defeats Bayley. You could see what it meant to her. Becky Lynch will come out. The confrontation, it's official. Becky Lyra at SummerSlam. I'm also convinced, by the way, that Becky Lynch dressed in red and yellow tonight on purpose, obviously in reference to that Becky Hogan sign that was in the background. It went completely viral last night, so I'm not surprised she probably played into it a bit. Tonight we got 5 belts, Finn Balor. Now I think this is exactly what we're meant to see. Finn Balor enjoying the success of holding championship gold, even though most of it isn't his. And that would play into then what we witnessed as Finn Balor continued to manipulate Dirty Dom, saying that Dom should accompany Raquel and Roxanne to ringside tonight for the first match of Raw because they want to make sure they hold on to those women's tag team championships because they're important to Liv Morgan. Dom wasn't sure, but that final line convinced him to actually go to ringside. Rox and Raquel would pick up the win over the Kabuki Warriors, which was the first match of the show, and it was with the help of Dirty Dom. Dom getting up onto the apron, getting into the face of Asuka. Importantly, though, Dom taking a bump and a backhand from Asuka. So presumably, Dom isn't actually injured, and we kind of just expect that match with AJ to happen soon. I did actually wonder if we'll see AJ out there tonight because, Dom was there. AJ could have been stalking him again. The question is, what does Liv honestly make of this? Obviously, Liv wasn't a massive fan of Roxanne Perez before her injury. And obviously now they're holding the gold that Liv had to give up. Is she happy with that? Is she happy with Dom's choices? I also like the fact they're continuing mentioning Liv every week on TV. Hopefully that's a sign that she's due back very soon, hopefully. Adam Pearce would later tell Dom that, next week he's going to be reevaluated for his injury. And if he's medically cleared, Adam Pearce will draw up the contract for SummerSlam, Dom versus AJ. We then saw AJ Styles praying to God that it's going to happen. Honestly, this is brilliant, man. A nice video package tonight from Karrion Kross, as Karrion Kross had a message for Sami Zayn. Scarlett would call Sami a liar in the sense of, is he really hurt? Well, Karrion Kross wants Sami Zayn to return to say the words, Kross told the truth. There's no official word that Sami's actually injured, so I'm sure it's a kayfabe thing. Could Sami return in time to make this match for SummerSlam, Sami versus Kross? And if so, Kross has to win, right? Nikki Bella was successful in a one-on-one match tonight against Chelsea Green. Now, after the match, Nikki would fall victim to the Secret Service, saved by Stephanie Vaquer. There was a segment just before this where Chelsea confronted Stephanie backstage, so it made sense for Stephanie to come out. Question though, with Stephanie standing at the side of Nikki Bella, and all the rumours are that Nikki Bella might be doing a bit more with WWE, could we see potentially some kind of tag match at SummerSlam? I can't see Stephanie being left off that card, but we know that her opportunity is going to come at Clash in Paris when she faces either Rhea, Io, or Naomi. On behalf of the Morning New Day, Grayson Waller would try to bribe Adam Pearce with wigs tonight, and Adam Pearce wouldn't have any of it, and said next week we're going to find out who the new #1 contenders are for the tag team gold. My question, where the fuck is Austin Theory? Surely we could be doing Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory at SummerSlam. Surely. Sheamus would reveal tonight that he's got a rematch with Rusev coming up. We don't know exactly when it's going to be, but that's going to be fun. American Made would reveal that, yes, El Grande Americano is Ludwig Kaiser. Didn't want to talk about the fact of the other rumour, though. It used to be Chad Gable. Great episode of Raw tonight. What an ending as well with Roman's return. So freaking good. 9.5 out of 10 from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you tomorrow for NXT. Peace!